Imagine standing in front of the mirror on the most important day of your life, your wedding day, only to discover that your dress, the dress you've dreamed about for years, has been destroyed. And the person behind it? Your own sister. But that wasn't even the worst part. She made a shocking announcement that flipped my wedding upside down. Here's how my big day turned into chaos, and how I found the strength to reclaim it. I'm Mia, 28, and I've always been close to my sister, Sarah. She's just a year younger than me, and growing up, we were inseparable. But as we got older, something shifted. Sarah always seemed to feel like she was living in my shadow. Her words, not mine. Fast forward to this year. I got engaged to Jake, my partner of 5 years. My wedding was set to be small but perfect. I poured everything into planning it. My dress? It was my dream. Ivory silk with delicate lace, made just for me. Sarah acted happy when I told her I was engaged, but I noticed her smiles didn't quite reach her eyes. I brushed it off. Maybe I should have seen the signs earlier, but hindsight is always clearer. It was the day before the wedding, and Sarah insisted on coming over to help me finalize last-minute details. She seemed distant, but offered to steam my dress while I handled other preparations. I trusted her completely. Hours later, I heard a sharp knock on my bedroom door. Sarah stood there, pale and anxious. "Mia, something happened," she stammered. My heart sank as I followed her to the guest room where my dress was hanging. It was ruined. The lace was torn, and there were dark stains across the fabric, like coffee or makeup. My hands shook as I touched it. I wanted to scream, to cry, to ask how, but Sarah just stood there, frozen. It was an accident," she whispered. "I was steaming it, and I tripped. The steamer fell, and then I dropped my makeup bag trying to fix it. I'm so sorry." Her explanation made no sense. Something didn't add up, but I was in too much shock to argue. I spent the next hour sobbing in my room. My mom tried to console me, promising we'd find a solution. Deep down, though, I couldn't shake this feeling that it wasn't an accident at all. I managed to find an old backup dress, nothing like my dream gown, but it would have to do. I tried to focus on Jake, on our love, on why we were there, but when I walked down the aisle, I noticed Sarah avoiding my gaze. Then came the reception. We were halfway through speeches when Sarah stood up, holding a glass of champagne, her face flushed. "I have an announcement to make," she said, smiling broadly. The room fell silent. I stared at her, confused. "I'm pregnant," she declared, "and I just wanted to share my joy on this special day." The guests erupted in applause, my parents beaming with pride. But I knew something was off. Sarah wasn't seeing anyone, and just a week ago, she told me she never wanted kids. I couldn't take it anymore. I pulled her aside as soon as the crowd shifted focus. "What are you doing?" I hissed. She looked at me, unfazed. "I just wanted people to have something to celebrate." "On my wedding day?" My voice shook with anger. She smirked, actually smirked, and whispered, "Maybe people will finally pay attention to me now." That was it. I realized then that everything, the dress, the fake pregnancy, was her way of stealing my moment. I couldn't believe it. The sister I'd loved and trusted had betrayed me in the cruelest ways. I felt shattered. But when I walked back to the reception, I saw Jake waiting for me. He took my hand and said, "This is our day, Mia. Don't let anyone take it away." Something clicked inside me. I was done letting Sarah's jealousy dictate my happiness. I got back on that dance floor and smiled for real this time. The rest of the night wasn't perfect, but it was ours. My family eventually realized Sarah's pregnancy was a lie, and while I haven't fully forgiven her, I'm working on it. Therapy has helped, and so has distance. Looking back, Sarah's sabotage taught me something important. Not everyone will celebrate your happiness, even those closest to you. And that's okay. What matters is surrounding yourself with people who do. So, to anyone out there dealing with family drama, jealousy, or betrayal, don't let it break you. Your happiness is yours to claim, no matter who tries to steal the spotlight. If you've ever dealt with family drama like this, share your story in the comments below. And remember, your happiness is your story to tell. Don't let anyone rewrite it.